Across the US, home buyers are asking, why can't I find a house? The reality is we're still in a seller's market. Though buyer activity has slowed, there isn't enough housing inventory to meet demand. While low inventory can present challenges, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to put your dreams of home ownership on hold. It's possible to find a home you love even when options are limited. And in this video, I'm gonna give you 9 tips for home buyers in a low inventory market. First, let's do a quick overview as to why the housing inventory is so tight. The low levels of housing inventory in today's market aren't a new occurrence. Our inventory shortage has been building and building over time. Low housing inventory is likely fueled by 2 factors. First, new construction has fallen behind. New home construction was at a high throughout the housing bubble of 2008. Now, this surplus of new builds created oversupply, causing home values to drop and contributing to 2008's housing crisis. For more than a decade since, builders have struggled to pick up the pace. Housing inventory entered the pandemic at a deficit. Second, the pandemic brought a buyer boom with it. One effect of the 2020's pandemic was a dramatic drop in mortgage rates. Another was a renewed emphasis on the functionality of our living space. Many home buyers on the fence decided to take advantage of rock bottom rates and purchase a home. As a result, already limited housing inventory levels plummeted by more than half. According to a recent existing home sales report from the National Association of Realtors, there was only a 2.6-month supply of available houses. Now, a 6-month supply is usually needed to sustain a healthy or neutral market in which buyer demand is satisfied. Thankfully, all hope isn't lost. While inventory has consistently stayed low for most of the 2023 buying season, it has now crept up to a 3.3-month supply as we head into the fall. So now that you understand why inventory is tight, let's talk about 9 workarounds to help you find your dream home in this challenging market for buyers. If you've been out there shopping with no luck and you're feeling stuck, it may be time to look for new ways to gain traction. All right, tip number 1, you've got to get pre-approved first. In a seller's market, house hunting before you're pre-approved is no longer an option. In fact, on my team, we won't even show buyers any homes until they're pre-approved. You don't want to waste your time scrolling on Zillow and looking for homes and falling in love with them if you don't know that you can actually afford them. A pre-approval will tell you how much house you can actually afford while also adding weight to your offer. Now, ideally, you want that pre-approval to be non-contingent on the sale of another home because remember, you're gonna be fighting against other buyers and some of those buyers are paying with cash, so you want that pre-approval to be as strong as possible. Tip number 2, if you can, increase your down payment. So like a strong pre-approval letter, a large down payment also looks favorable to a seller. It suggests that you have the funds to bring the sale through to closing. And that is so important when they are weighing against multiple offers. So while many low and no down payment loans exist to help keep home ownership affordable, it can be smart to save a little bit more and beef up your down payment if you're able. Okay, tip number 3, start with a starter home. Several factors support entering the housing market if you're ready to do it. Though mortgage rates have risen, I understand that's painful, they're still average historically speaking. Housing prices are also gradually rising, indicating that once you become a homeowner, you'll start building that equity. So while it's no fun to know that the rates are higher than they were a few years ago, it's even a worse scenario to focus on rates so much that you miss out on the appreciation that you benefit from as a homeowner. So don't let the higher rates scare you away from the equity you could be earning. Tip number 4, you may need to expand your search radius. So if you're feeling frustrated by the lack of listings in your area, ask your realtor to widen your home search radius. Now for some buyers, this might mean relocating. Hello, Cincinnati. For others, listings may improve by searching in nearby suburban or even rural areas. If you go a little further out, this might also make you eligible for a no down payment USDA loan. And again, with housing inventory so tight, I recommend not only increasing your search radius, but also maybe your search criteria. And that can include square footage, the amount of bedrooms or bathrooms, things like that. Tip number 5, shop new builds. More new homes are probably coming to a neighborhood near you, offering perks like the ability to customize and integrate great energy efficient features. In fact, I just had someone recently ask me, what's the difference in your energy bill between an older home in Cincinnati or a new build? And honestly, it can be hundreds of dollars a month. With low inventory and builder optimism on the rise, a good place to go shopping is with a new build. Across the country, new construction homes are becoming a larger percentage of the overall active inventory. As a bonus with new construction, you're typically not fighting with other buyers, being in multiple offers when you buy new. The stress level of getting a home under contract is greatly reduced. Now, in the Cincinnati area, builders like Drees Homes and Fisher's Homes are great options to go with. Also, you can go with custom builders like Justin Doyle Homes. We'd be happy to help you out with that. Tip number 6, stay flexible with renovations. Depending on where you live, you may still see multiple offers on a house. So one way to sidestep the competition is to consider a home that needs some love. In the past few years, home buyers have been more willing to take on repairs. Additionally, you can also use a all-in-one renovation loan, and that could give you the funds to flip a fixer-upper. Tip number 7, look at old listings. There's nothing a seller in this market wants less than to have their home sit on the market. You and your agent can use this to your advantage. Now, depending on your market, a listing may become stale after just a few weeks. If a seller has priced their home too high, it could be your chance to swoop in. Just make sure to check thoroughly for any deal breakers like mold in the basement, something like that, that may have deterred other buyers. As we head into the fall and winter season, this is often a great time to buy because many families are back in school and they're hunkered down for the year. So homes that have been sitting with longer days on market can help motivate sellers to accept an offer a little lower than they wanted. Tip number 8, inquire about withdrawn listings. Similarly, your agent may be able to do some digging in the MLS for listings that have been withdrawn or have expired. Now, some of these failed listings may also have been priced too high. If that's the case, a seller who's thrown in the towel might be eager to negotiate. Finally, tip number 9, write a rock solid offer. This one comes down to the skill of your agent and how much you're willing to bend. If you're bidding on homes that just hit the market and they have a lot of activity, you need to have an aggressive strategy. A competitive offer might include a bid at or above asking price. It might have an escalation clause noting how much extra you're willing to pay above the nearest highest offer. And potentially it might include an appraisal gap where you'll agree to cover the difference if a home appraises at less than your offer. So there you have it, 9 tips to help you buy your dream home even in this low inventory market. If this video was helpful for you, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to be a part of the Sztanyo Clanyo. If you're looking to buy or sell a home in the Greater Cincinnati area, we'd love to be your realtor of choice. Email us at info@teamsztanyo.com. And if you want more great content about real estate and living in the Cincinnati area, go ahead and watch this video right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hoo day. We'll see you next time.